The Tom and Jerry Basement Show mod just dropped, and this mod is actually based on a Tom and Jerry creepypasta. From my knowledge, it is the first creepypasta featuring them that has actually been added into Friday Night Funkin'. Now, the backstory for this one is pretty dark, so if you're a Tom and Jerry fan, this one might not sit right with your spirit. This creepypasta starts off by giving us the backstory of the 13 Tom and Jerry Shorts animators whose name happened to be Gene Dotch. This man was infamous for the poor quality and disturbing nature of his Tom and Jerry animations. They also had badly done sound effects, animations, and more realistic violence. It was rumored that Gene didn't like the concept behind his Tom and Jerry shorts, but he was being pressured into making them, and he wanted the people who watched them to actually feel bad for liking this concept. Now that we have that background knowledge, we can dive into the actual creepypasta proper, and it starts like this. There was a 16-year-old boy walking home when he tripped over something. Looking down, he noticed that it was a videotape. This tape had the name Tom's Basement written on it. Now, the first thing that the young man noticed when he actually played the tape is that it took place in a typical Tom and Jerry home. The one thing that was very different was that Tom's owner was this fat, very angry, violent man. We get to see an example of this when Tom is sleeping next to the basement door and the man literally walks over and stomps on his tail, causing an excruciating amount of pain to Tom. The owner then yells at Tom to never go down into the basement. Tom is clearly terrified at this point and he runs away to another room. Next, we see Jerry stick his head out of his mouse hole, but he doesn't look like the normal Jerry. He looks like nightmare fuel, or at least an evil version of Jerry. And he gets this evil look on his face and he follows Tom into the next room. Now, the next few moments are normal Tom and Jerry shenanigans, but what Tom doesn't realize is that Jerry is actually tricking him into chasing him towards the basement door. But each time Tom gets close to the basement door, his owner catches him and inflicts some type of pain onto him. And unlike in a regular cartoon, these injuries don't go away, but they stay with him throughout the whole episode. Now, this happens 3 times, and each time Tom is more bruised and he ends up limping, looking like something is broken. After this, Tom literally starts to beg Jerry not to bother him anymore, but he's not really talking, he's just crying and mumbling, but you can understand what he's trying to convey through his body language. Jerry simply laughs at him and pushes him back to the basement door. The owner catches Tom again, but this time he goes ballistic and he's really gonna hurt Tom. And it seems like Jerry finally takes some pity on Tom because he actually stabs the owner at this part. And this is where Tom and Jerry actually work together to take the owner's limp body down into the basement. Now, this is where the plot twist happens. The owner wasn't protective of the basement for no reason. The basement is actually filled with dozens of bodies in various forms of decay. Tom and Jerry shake hands and it seems like they've triumphed over the serial killer. But Jerry gets an evil look on his face again and stabs Tom, unaliving him and throwing him on the pile with the other bodies. The creepypasta ends with Jerry putting up a for sale sign on the yard of the house. Now that you know the creepypasta story, you can understand why Jerry actually has a knife in this mod. And this also explains why boyfriend and girlfriend are actually in the house. It seems that in this mod, boyfriend and girlfriend are actually looking to buy their own home together. And when they see the for sale sign, of course they go to the open house to actually check the place out. This is where they actually go into the basement and they find Tom's body, and that's when Jerry pops out. And of course, boyfriend has to rap battle against him in order to get out of there with their lives. If you enjoyed this video, check out this one where I talk about Skinwalker Sonic, or check out this video where I talk about the Mistful Crimson Morning mod. Thanks for watching. Peace.